6:51, time for the morning sprint.
Police say they have 2 people under arrest in connection with the shots fired and rollover crash investigation in Fitchburg. A 44-year-old man and 41-year-old woman were arrested. Things started with a report of shots fired on Coho Street Monday, followed by a rollover crash a couple blocks away. Police are still investigating.
Governor Evers in Madison encouraging people to vote early. He wasn't alone. Other Democrats held similar events across the state. Yesterday was the first day for in-person early voting. A number of high-profile politicians also encouraging voting here in Wisconsin, with trips planned within the next 2 weeks.
The FBI is combing through a manifesto written by the man who shot and killed 2 people at a St. Louis high school. Investigators say the number of those killed could have been much higher. He was armed with an AR-15 rifle and more than 600 rounds. The 2 people killed were a 15-year-old student and a teacher who was getting ready to retire.
According to a press release, several Packer players were in southern Wisconsin last week. Running back Aaron Jones and 6 others were touring the National Guard Challenge Academy campus and meeting with cadets. The military-style environment is meant to help teens who are at risk of not completing high school. The Packers have made a visit to Fort McCoy since 2004. President Joe Biden receiving a COVID vaccine booster shot yesterday. In a speech, the president encouraged Americans to get vaccinated, adding health experts are recommending getting the shot yearly, like the flu shot. The president also called out Congress, asking them to approve more COVID funding. As of right now, the current funding is set to expire in mid-December.
Check your fridges, folks. There's an active meat recall this morning. Bob Evans Farms recalling more than 7,500 pounds of its Italian pork sausage. The sausage could be contaminated with pieces of blue rubber. The affected products are 1-pound containers of Bob Evans Italian sausage with the use-by date of November 26th.
The Eau Claire Police Department releasing video of this crash where an alleged drunk driver smashed into 2 vehicles and flipped over. The video shows a dark-colored sedan attempting to make a left turn when it leaves the road and drives over the median, going airborne and hitting a stopped vehicle. You can see the impact there caused the sedan to roll over and hit a 3rd vehicle. Police say everyone involved avoided life-threatening injuries.
Take a look at this video. Out of Florida, a tanker truck crash causing multiple cars to burst into flames. You can see several burned-out shells of cars here. 4 people are recovering, 3 from critical injuries. You can see the flames plus plumes of black smoke just billowing from the highway. It's not clear this morning what caused that crash or if charges will be filed.
In Pennsylvania, Democrat John Fetterman and Republican Dr. Mehmet Oz faced off in the one and only high-stakes debate that could determine critical control of the U.S. Senate. The 2 sparred over crime rates, the economy, fracking, and abortion. The polls are showing a tightening race.
America's largest automaker is bouncing back. General Motors earnings up 48% from last year. Revenue is up 52%. This as supply chain issues start to ease up. It's a dramatic improvement from a year ago when the company was only able to run at 60% capacity because of chip shortages and other supply chain issues.
The U.S. Postal Service is honoring the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. This week, the USPS unveiled its design of Ginsburg that will be featured on a forever stamp next year. No word yet on the exact date for when the Ginsburg stamps will be available for purchase.
Officials in the Bay Area say there are no reports of major damage or injuries after an earthquake hit Tuesday morning. The quake, a magnitude 5.1, shocked residents who haven't been hit with a tremor that strong since 2014. The USGS says there's a small chance of a major aftershock still to come in the next week.
Abundant sunshine takes hold, especially by this afternoon. Temperatures are warming up into the 50s. Yesterday afternoon, we were stuck in the 40s. Overnight tonight, we begin to cool things down to about the freezing point. Then we move towards tomorrow. That's where we will see more sunshine and temperatures that top out into the upper 50s. 60s return to the extended forecast with a dry stretch until the middle and end of next week.
Halloween looking nice too there, Chris.
Yes, it is.
All right, thank you very much. And thanks for joining us this morning, folks. We hope your coffee's hot even though the morning is cold. Look for that sunshine on the way. We'll be back with another news and weather update in about half an hour.